Welcome in. Just Kings coming up next.
Welcome in, everyone. Another Just Kings podcast here, recapping a 2-1 win against the Blackhawks.
Yes, sir. We got a bounce back game for the Kings, finally breaking the losing streak. So that was good to see. Yeah, overall, it's just a pretty dominant game. I mean, they didn't have many shots the whole game. So, yeah, we kind of just dominated that game, which was nice to see from the Kings and what we needed to see against these lower teams. So,
absolutely.
All right, let's get right into the first point. That fourth line of Kapari, Turcotte, and Fagimo. I mean, they looked really good. They got some high dangerous chances, and I mean, what else can you ask from a fourth line full of rookies? Especially with that time on ice they're getting, they generated a lot of shots, which was good to see.
Totally. I thought they were just a spark plug tonight on a team that kind of looked a little dead at times in Nashville. And that's kind of what we want to see with our prospects is when they're playing together, providing a lot of energy. It's kind of what you expect from a young line, and that's exactly what they did.
Especially with the chemistry that they have. They've played together for a lot on the Reign, so it's nice to see that they get that same chemistry and the same kind of domination in the NHL level.
Totally, and I'm expecting them to get on the actual stat sheet here pretty shortly in the next few games, especially if they're together, which seems like they will be.
Yeah, and we'll get into that a little bit later with the injury updates, but let's go on to our next point. Jarrett Anderson-Dolan, Kevin Fiala connecting 2 times tonight. Both of the goals accounted for just between those two. I mean, that Fiala on the third line, I heard Fox say about their stats. When Fiala's on the top line, he doesn't play as good. When he's the main man that can run the whole offense, he plays a lot better. And I mean, it shows that he can take control of this game and then dish it off to Jad to get a goal.
Yeah. One of the big things for me, a takeaway with Jad today, was his ability to be gritty, man. Like, he was super gritty today. That first goal, a lot of times some guys won't really go all that hard. Once you see your boy on a breakaway, he's busting his ass to get there. Rewards him with a goal. I mean, he probably does that every time, and 9 times out of 10, a rebound doesn't perfectly just go right there. But that one time it happened, and we needed that. And overall, I think I love like the grittiness he brings to the squad. Like, day in and day out, he's just grinding. He's playing his butt off, dude. Like, giving 110%. And for me, that's why I really like him.
Yeah, I mean, you can see on some of the back checks, he's always getting 100% back, and it helps on defense as well. So good to see. That's a big
thing.
All right, moving on to the next point. Phoenix Copley, huge bounce back game. I mean, he really needed this one after getting pulled 2 games in a row, not even lasting a minute in the last game. So that's good to see that both our goalies are capable of playing good right now. Jonathan Quick looked good yesterday. Copley looked good today. So, I mean, right now it's I think a coin flip in my mind to see who plays the next game.
Yeah, absolutely. He needed that. And also the defense, like he said in his post game, defense was a big part of his success tonight. You know, like kind of easing him in. And for me, a big save that he had was that first save, because he hadn't seen a shot in the first 16 minutes of the game, and makes that first big save, which wasn't even all that easy. And that was a huge save to kind of get him going in the right direction. Because let's say that one did go in, we're talking a fully different game, and you're probably seeing Copley giving up a bunch that game. But yeah, he just flipped the page, it looked like, and he did well.
Yeah, I mean, it's
definitely needed that.
He also had a couple of big saves. They're not easy ones towards the middle and end of the game, and the one that he gave up, I mean, it was a good shot. I mean, it wasn't totally one that wasn't savable, but it was I believe it was not open, but around a little screen. IFL diving for the block around him. Doesn't really pick up the release of it, so still good performance from him all around, and I think that hopefully he can carry this in the next game when he plays, and we got 1A, 1B going.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the injury updates. Trevor Moore might have just fallen off the face of the earth. No idea where that guy is. no updates on him either. Arthur Kaliev out for a month now, missing him and Trevor Moore in the lineup. Gabe Vilardi, he was sent back to LA to get further examined, so it sounds like that he's going to be out longer term than we thought, not day to day. And then Carl Grunstrom out until at least after the All-Star break. So, I mean, you're talking about 5 forwards now, or 5 wingers, not even forwards, that are down. So we're seeing the depth of the Kings right now. 4th line, all rookies. So we're going to give them a chance to play coming up here. And I mean, hopefully they can prove that our draft picks were right with them. I mean, Turcotte looked good tonight. And now you're starting to wonder if maybe it's just his injuries that's been holding him back. If he could stay healthy, maybe he'd be up on the Kings next year.
Yeah, definitely. These injuries do give him give some good opportunities. So yeah, it sucks. And obviously, I'd rather have Velarde than some of these rookies playing. But it does give them a good opportunity that they've deserved for playing so well in the rain this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hope that what happened last year in the playoffs doesn't happen again, where we're missing key guys, because it just makes it that much harder. But I mean, I guess we'll wait and see. I think Trevor Moore, rumor has it, he's decently close, but they haven't disclosed. So I could have just been reading something.
And I mean,
same thing also said Velarde was close.
And now he's
and doesn't seem like that's the case at all.
So I mean, earlier on when it was just Moore and Kaliev out, I mean, they're not like the main guys on our team that are going to score tons of goals, but Arthur Kaliev is still our leading goal scorer on the power play, and he hasn't played in a month. So I mean,
can you imagine that I was thinking maybe him with Fiala if he's back first.
Line. Oh, on the third line, you mean? Yeah.
Third line, yeah.
I mean, if he comes back before Velarde, that could happen. But then again, you're going to take, I don't know if you take Jad away from that if he keeps playing this well with Fiala. I mean, this is his first game with Fiala now? Because every time that Jad's been moved up from the fourth, I think he's been on the second line with Darno. So, yeah, it's just, Fiala just elevates everyone else. It's just crazy to see that I know it's third line, but he's on our third line. Like, that's just crazy.
Yeah, but he's a third line all-star.
He still gets top line minutes, but it's our third line.
Yeah. He's a dog.
All right. Any other points that you want to bring up from this game?
No, I mean, I just thought, I was curious to see the block shot total. I don't know if you were able to get that.
I did not look at that, but I can take a gander right now for you. It might take me.
Because going off that block shot, this is what I want to say was Kopi, man. That last block shot, dude, that was savage. Dude, gave me chills, bro. He's just blocking it like a goalie. That was nice.
So we only actually had 13 block shots. So, I mean, I think they just didn't get any solid chances. We just took everything away from them in the first 2 periods, and then the third period was the time that they really got some shots on goal, and
and that's when we went into the whole bend but don't break kind of style, and it worked.
All right, so
also, dude, the I follow dagger. If we would have lost, dude, that would have been like, bro, come on.
And I know Arvidsson was a little bit of a harder shot, but he missed as well, so that was just
bro, come on.
One other thing I want to bring up, because I don't think we're going to mention him in our standout players, but Tobias Bjornfoot coming into the lineup, taking Edler's spot, giving him some rest. He looked good. I mean, this is where, I mean, Edler's been playing good. Granted, he's taken some dumb penalties, like last game he took the hook in at the end there. But does Bjornfoot have a future with the Kings? Could he be the solution instead of us trading for a left-handed defenseman? He has over 100 games of experience in the NHL. It's not like he's a true rookie.
I mean, if you're looking for a defensive defenseman, I'd say yes. Jake Moverari or Tobias Bjornfoot give us a decently good stay-at-home defenseman.
I mean,
now, I don't know about the size of them.
We'll reword this question. Would you trust him in a 7-game series against the Oilers on the third D line pair?
Did he play last year?
Nope, he has not played in the playoffs at all.
Okay, so this is actually a really good question. Um, to avoid answering your question at all costs, I'm gonna let you go first.
I think, okay, this is going to be not answering it as well, but I think it depends on how much experience we give him during the regular season. Like, if we're just going to call him up
Mm.
game before, no. But I think if we
Yeah,
let him play, like, not every single game of the rest of the season, but 5, 10 games here, 10 games there, I think, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
in the playoffs, I'd trust Edler more. I know he takes some dumb penalties, but he's been there, done that. He has way more
the vet.
experience.
Yeah,
But I think in the future, I think we need to re-sign Bjornfoot this year. I don't see us letting him go. And
no, and
yeah,
yeah, I could see his in the future. He could definitely be a good, solid third line defenseman.
hmm
I think that's his cap though, honestly, because he just doesn't provide that offense. And some guys are really good stay at home, like Mikey Anderson, but he also provides a little bit here and there,
I mean,
and
Mikey's
he has
been
good.
pretty good at
Yeah,
pinching and getting on the rush.
yeah,
Like I'm
exactly.
noticing more and more now. So
So maybe if Bjornfoot could do that, he could elevate a little bit. But I think it's between him and Moverari for that set or the third line.
and maybe it's
We'll
because
see.
he's. I know, granted, he played 70 games last year, but maybe it's more of he doesn't want to make that mistake right now of being caught on the rush. So maybe he's more focused on staying at home at all costs right now,
Oh
defending
yeah,
defending that. So
totally.
it'll be
That's a good question.
interesting to see what they end up doing with him. I mean, I hope we
Do
re-sign
you
him.
think?
I like him.
But so that in mind, I'm not. I can't remember exactly who we play next. But do you think Edler slides back in? I enjoyed having the fresh legs out there.
I mean, it's against the Flyers, and then right after that we have back-to-back Friday, Saturday. So I know Burnford will play at least in one more game this upcoming week,
Yeah,
possibly two. I mean, we possibly stick with the same lineup this next
for
upcoming
the.
game. Maybe throw
Hmm.
Lemieux back in, depending on who the Flyers have size-wise. But and then we throw Edler in one of the games this weekend or this upcoming
Yeah,
weekend. But
I think Lemmy's just getting sniffed, bro.
I mean,
Whole different point we could talk about. I guess it doesn't matter right now, but next game if he's out again, that'll give us a pretty good answer.
hmm I mean, granted, we do need Lemieux though. Like come playoff games, he can be a huge part in a playoff team, like
I know,
sparking the
but because we
team.
don't have a fighter.
Yeah,
But like, dude, his stupid penalties like continue to just be awful.
and I
It's like,
mean, granted, some of the penalties he takes was him just trying to fire up the Kings when we're already
yeah,
down bad. So some of them are him doing his job, and he just gets the whistle right away because his what's it called is the refs know him,
yeah,
whatever word I'm looking for, but they know
yeah. I know.
who
I
he
can't think of
is
that word.
and they know what he does. So like quick whistle, get him out of there.
Reputation.
Reputation, yes.
Ah,
But yeah, I think that's all we got for the points. So I was watching the game and for some reason the first Jad goal, I was like, we almost said Kevin Fiala on the goal prediction. We almost got a goal right, and I'm like, but he didn't even score. I was just all
yeah,
messed up in my head, but.
yeah.
All right, let's get into standout players first, and then we'll get the goal predictions against the Flyers. First one for me, we didn't talk about him yet, but Alex Iafallo looks solid. I know he missed that empty netter, okay. So before I get into the good part, I'll mention that. But he looks so good on defense today. Like even Fausti said it during the calls. Like he was like, and Iafallo's got 6 poke checks this shift alone. I'm like, yeah. I mean, he's diving to block a shot. Head was closer to the shot than his body. So I mean, he's bought in to win right now, which is nice to see.
Yeah. I'm gonna go pretty basic. Blake Lazat. I think he's just clicking. He's really found his place. Mind you, he's not getting on the goal sheet as much anymore,
Mm-hmm.
But boy, oh boy, is he playing some good hockey with Kevin Fiala and Jad.
Mm-hmm.
Right, even whoever he's with, just him and Kevin Fiala are like nasty together.
I mean, you get on the short score sheet today. You got one assist, so
Mm-hmm.
he was doing his stuff.
Yeah, he
Um,
keeps getting assists. I'm incorrect saying that. He keeps getting a lot of
he's not
assists, but his
scoring, is what you're
goals,
saying. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Gotcha. Um, okay, next one. I'm gonna use actually I'm gonna have two here, but it's really four players. Jad, we already talked about him, but deserves to be called out here. And then that whole fourth line, I just like to see all four of them just working together. Their forecheck was pretty good today, and they had substantial O time for only playing 8 minutes, 11 shifts together. So I mean, props to them.
Yep,
All
that's
right,
all I got.
goal predictions.
Um, Against the Flyers. I'm gonna take Byfield.
Okay. I'm tempted to ride the hot hand here, but I don't think
I
Jad's
know.
gonna score. Um,
I know.
we will go. No, I'll go Kevin Fiala. Screw it. Kevin Fiala is gonna get a breakaway, and he's gonna actually score one for once in his life. So,
That'd be sweet.
I mean,
I would
imagine if he
appreciate that.
scored 2 out of the 3, or even 1 out of the 3 breakaways that he had. That would have been nice to see.
That'd be pretty neat. Yeah.
All right, but we'll be back here on Wednesday or Thursday, recapping the Flyers game. Thanks for watching. We will catch you guys in the next one.